This is Kelly Baker, and you're listening to Rock On Radio.
Producer Claire.
Yes, boss.
We are here for, wow, not used to that.
Oh, what do I say? Yes, Danny?
Well,
Yes,
usually
sir.
what you
Yes,
say. Like boss, like Richard Sturban would be very disappointed if he heard that.
That's okay. I
Type
got to
of
make you
thing.
feel good once in a while.
All right, thanks. I appreciate that. Welcome to Rock On Radio. Producer Claire is here. Madison has returned for yet another week. She is here, and that means you'll be seeing social media stuff. I
Good.
dressed for the occasion, as you can see.
I see. Same as always.
Basic black,
Mm-hmm.
like
T-shirt.
Johnny Trash, the man in black. I'm Johnny Trash.
You're Danny Trash.
Danny Trash, that's right. Maybe that'll be my metal name. Danny Trash. Right? That's a metal thing, right? See?
There you go.
Madison knows.
Mm-hmm.
She's you like metal, right? See? Yeah.
I like everything, though.
Ah. All right.
She's young.
True.
I was listening to Christina Leese today, and her harp and Koof Knots.
Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Threw me
Christine
for a
Leese.
loop by
Yeah,
calling
but
her by the
she's-
right name.
Exactly, but she plays the harp, and she did it out in the woods, and she recorded it, and it was all ambient
She's very
sound.
good.
And I was working, and I was like falling asleep. I was like, this is so soothing.
I actually know two Christine,
Mm-hmm.
and I have another friend that plays the harp, but she's up in New England. She is, her name is Erin Hill.
Oh, nice.
She's incredible. She
I'll have to look
tours.
her up
She
too.
actually tours the world and does gigs with symphonies, and
Very good.
she's very good. And then every now and then she'll play Randy Now's Man Cave in Hightstown.
Jamming out.
Yep. Today, actually, there's this gentleman over in Scotland, and his name's Mark. But for whatever reason, he's got his podcast. They call him Sparky.
Oh, my friend.
And Mark speaks with a very heavy brogue, very heavy.
It's a burr if he's Scottish.
That too. I mean, when he talks slow, I have no trouble understanding him. But when he gets excited or he's in a hurry, to me, it just sounds like Mike Myers in, the
Shrek.
My parents were psycho killers or whatever.
Oh, I thought
Or
you meant-
married a psycho killer, whatever that movie was. Where
I
he
thought it was
Scottish.
Shrek.
No, Shrek I could understand.
Same person.
But so I did this podcast, and you know how much I love reviewing records, right? That is the worst thing in the world, to review a record. And I have friends that want me to review their records, or people send me their music to review these records, and I absolutely hate it. And do you know why I hate it? Because I might listen to it, and it takes me like 6 weeks to review a record. Because I'll listen to the initial thing, then I'll put it down for a few days, and I'll put it in my car, and I'll listen to it that way. Or I'll put it down for a week or two, then go back and listen to it again. Because I don't want to just the initial impression. So I've had friends ask me to review records, and it's like, because really, it's nothing more than my opinion.
That's true.
And what I think stinks, somebody else may think is fantastic. Especially like family members and friends, and you start getting hate mail and so on and so forth. And this guy's podcast is like 2 to 2.5 hours long. And what he does is he invites 5 people in the industry, and he invites like 10 artists, and he'll play their music or their videos, and then go to each of us for like a either constructive criticism or a review of some sort. And I've done it a couple of times because it's interesting. You learn a lot from, like today, had a couple of guys from Johnson City, Tennessee. One is a producer and an arranger and a drummer and a writer for theater type music. and another was just a producer. They had a guy from Australia. They had a guy. So it's all literally an all over the world thing. But the music he had on today, it didn't thrill me. But, you don't want to sit there and say, you guys stink. So you try to be constructive, and which I was. And, okay, as constructive as I could be. But, and one guy he wanted to push he did a cover of Stairway to Heaven, and I told him right out of the gate, I said, dude, you got a set that's way bigger than anybody I know, because you're going to cover a tune like that. You better make it sound good, but because people were expecting Zeppelin. I mean, Heart had guts to do what they did at the Kennedy Center Honors, but that was a masterpiece with the choir and Jason Bonham, at least, So anyway, I was on this podcast today, and it airs live. So I don't know if there's a link to it up there, but it was interesting, which kind of, just the fact that he thinks I'm some sort of media professional, I find kind of interesting too, because, right? Exactly. Look at me. I don't know. I've been called a lot of things, Alan, over my lifetime. Media professional was never one of them. But if people think I am, that's probably a good thing.
You art.
I art. So that's what I did today, Producer Claire.
Nice.
I also had an interview with a metal band called Black Satellite. I'm going to be playing at the House of Independence.
Okay.
And I also had a phone call with a gentleman by the name of Art Varga, who's doing a documentary, and he'll be in here next week, which Madison I have to talk to you about, because he'll be here next week along with you, or if you're going to be here, you're both going to be filming for a documentary that I'm going to be in about the Trenton, New Jersey music scene.
You gonna
which
get
is
your hair
kind
done?
of cool. Huh?
You get your hair done?
Yeah, can you take me to that salon, Madison, get my hair done? I mean, look at you. Your hair's like beautiful. Can they do that? Can I get extensions?
A little toupee. A big toupee.
Danny, can I go with you?
I'm taking a toupee. That's because I called you Allison, isn't it? You turned on me like that.
Right? Paybacks.
Oh. Toupee. My grandfather used to call them toupees.
Toupees.
Anyway, Rock On Radio is brought to you by O'Connor's American Bar and Grill of East Hampton, Mount Holly, New Jersey. They are the official caterers of Rock On Radio.
You should probably look into getting a sponsor for, hair extensions. You could work on that one.
When I worked for UPS, there were 3 hair and braiding salons on my route. Because I delivered in the hood. Mm-hmm. I was a pillar of salt in the black community. I'm just telling you that right now. I was widely accepted.
Did they give you a weave?
And I kept saying, sit down, I give you a weave, Danny. Sit. Come on, man, sit.
You should take them up on it now.
And it was funny because you would, and out front of those salon type places, you would see what I call tumbleweaves, because the hair would be rolling across the street.
That's great.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Lillipie's of Princeton, located inside the Princeton Shopping Center at 301 Harrison Street. Jen had some kind of emergency. She had to shut down yesterday.
I know, I saw that.
I should probably go there and see if there's any leftovers. And I'll volunteer to save the sourdough. What do you think? We're not that far.
No,
we can make it
not
there
at
in
all.
about 20 minutes.
SOS.
She's closed, though.
Yeah.
Foiled again. Lillipie's of Princeton is the official dessert provider of Rock On Radio. Tyndall Road Brewing, located at 102 Farnsworth Avenue in Bordentown, New Jersey. I talked to Marcy, finally, and this weekend is the Central Jersey Beer Fest at Mercer County Park.
Yeah.
It was Saturday, yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, yes.
And so, therefore, she was not available, but either next Friday or next Saturday, I will be there at Tyndall Road Brewery. She wants to continue with the Danny's Picks. Good. And she wants to talk about, I'm going to talk to her about the Christmas happy hour.
Okay.
And maybe the Christmas party. Maybe we'll have a beer provider,
Ooh.
although they are the official beer provider.
That's true.
So we'll have to negotiate a beer deal.
Okay.
for the party.
Sounds good.
So 102 Farnsworth Avenue, Tyndall Road Brewery. Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation. Go to jsjbf.org and see what they are up to. And before we know it, Claire, Clarksdale will be coming around again. I mean, think about that. We're talking like less than 5 months. And it was...
It was March.
Yeah, the third month. And we're now almost into October.
Yeah, we still have 6. It's 6 months.
Yeah, so we have more time past us for that adventure than we have.
Well, not really, because we just got into fall, and that's just before spring. It's May, because it's March.
Well, I didn't say by seasons. I'm just saying.
That's seasons.
And if we want to document the trip, we should go to Phoenix Art Supplies and Framing and hire a sketch artist. No, we should. Phoenix Art Supply and Framing, located on Route 611, otherwise known as Southeastern Road in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Jenny Schaefer has been providing quality art supplies and framework to the Doylestown, PA area for more than 40 years. It's Doylestown Art Supplies and Framing. New Jersey Stage. Go to newjerseystage.com where you will find the finest arts and entertainment anywhere. They cover all of the arts and entertainment in the Garden State and slightly beyond. You can also find my column, Rock On, this week's Sound Bites, by going there. This week, my column is on Dennis Shulman, I believe. Anyway, or Barry? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, he's going to be at Prague Stock. He is the man that signed AC/DC, Bon Jovi, and a host of other famous people, and he has a book, and he's going to be at Prague Stock, which I believe is in Rahway this year. I have to look that up, too. But so he'll be there October 11th and 12th. So
he was in a band called Gentle Giant.
Yes. He was the singer of Gentle Giant. Yes.
Yeah, I was a fan.
Yes. Oh, no kidding. We talked about Gentle Giant. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. See? He knows more than I do, which is not difficult, but that's incredible.
I rehearsed.
See? Oh, no.
Brushed up. Yeah, you're in trouble.
I'm in
Just
trouble.
hand your mic over now.
I just might as well. I'm leaving. I'm going to go sit in my truck. Come out when we're done.
Wah, wah.
Go out
So
there.
Prague Stock is
I think it's October 11th and 12th.
9th through the 12th
Oh, okay.
in Rutherford,
Oh, it's in Rutherford.
the
this year.
Williams Center, Rutherford.
Okay. Excellent.
Sure.
Prague Stock. Asbury Park Vibes. Go to asburyparkvibes.com and check out what Diane and Doug have going on over there. They have 15 staff photographers. They do band photos, press releases, bios, things of that nature. Go to asburyparkvibes.com. It is also, for the third year now, the site of the Rock On Radio Christmas Spectacular,
Yes.
which this year will air on the 21st and the 28th. However, we will be invading Diane's space on December 6th, I think you said?
Yep. First Saturday of December.
Correct. And we'll have more on that. Actually, might as well start now. If you have a Christmas tune or anything that you would like to, Christmas greeting that you would like to send to Claire and I, or Bruce, Charlie, Madison, anything for Christmas, we can air it leading up to the special. We can air it during the special. We can air it post-special. So send us your Christmas greetings. Go to dcror.com and email them to me, or go direct Danny Coleman's rockonradio@gmail.com. Dee Dee's Lights. Dee Dee, I'm sure we'll have to hit her up for some sort of Christmas candles. But Dee Dee is the official candle maker, otherwise known as Chandler, of Rock On Radio. Yes. You know Dee Dee as well?
No, just Eric Schulman.
Just Eric Schulman, thank you. So, yeah, and what did I call him? Barry? Dennis? David? I don't know. Whatever his name was. I did the interview. You don't expect me to remember stuff, do you?
I don't know.
It's the weird stuff you remember, though, which is kind
true.
of funny.
That's true.
I'm like, how do you remember that?
But I can't remember what I had for lunch.
You had lunch?
Darn statins. So, anyway. No, I didn't actually have lunch.
I don't know.
I remember that now. So, yeah, go to Dee Dee's Lights on social media, and she just created a website, and she sent it to me, but I can't remember on what platform she sent it to me, so I have to look it up.
Great.
But it's something like deedeslights.com. If you can punch that in and tell me. Sinister Footwear.
That's exactly what it is.
deedeslights.com.
DEEDEE lights. Like the way you spell lights.
Perfect.
.com.
Sinister Footwear. If the candles don't warm you up and you need socks for your cold feet, go to Sinister Footwear, sinisterfw.com. Buy some of the wild, zany, crazy socks that Tina sells, and use the promo code DCRSocks at checkout for 10% off. Who am I forgetting? Oh, well, we're here at the 2-track studios of Deco Entertainment. Bruce and Charlie are gracious enough to allow us to invade here every Wednesday evening to pre-record the show, which airs on Sundays on the penguinrocks.com and right here on decoentertainment.com. Actually, and Madison created a nice reel. If you go to the penguinrocks.com and you go mixcloud.com/thepenguin, you'll see the podcast I did with Tiffany, which great job on that reel, by the way, Madison. Podcast with Tiffany, last week's show with Rock to Adopt, and all of our stuff's archived. My last indie show, my last blues show, anything I have, I put on the penguinrocks.com.
Very good.
Go there and check that out. How can they find us?
They go to DCROR.com, which is the short link for Danny Coleman's rockonradio.com.
Darren won the wristbands from
Did he?
Rock to Adopt.
Very
Yep,
cool,
he was
very
our
cool.
winner.
Nice.
So today was just the last day of Rock to Adopt.
Right.
But so there you go. We have a
Awesome.
winner.
Did he say what day he was going, or both days?
I don't know. He didn't specify. I had a very nice long talk with him
Oh, nice.
the other day. He was very complimentary of us,
Oh, well, that's nice of him.
which was he started his own podcast called The Doctor's Chair or something, or because he's a psychologist or
The doctor's in.
psychotherapist or something. Yeah, The Doctor's Chair. I know you'll find it.
I'll find it.
There's some weeks on this show I am sharp as a tack, and others I'm as sharp as a bowling ball.
If you're lucky.
If I'm lucky, correct. But anyway, Darren was very. He won. He was the first to email us, and which is great because that means he listens to the show, which
Yes.
I appreciate. But he did say that we inspired him
Oh, how nice.
to begin his podcast, and that he finds the on-air chemistry between you and I to be unrivaled.
Oh, gosh. Wait till he sees the off-air chemistry.
It's like, good thing you didn't see us off air.
Yeah, good thing.
She tried to push me out of my own truck going home one day. Open the door. Yeah, see?
And
I'm
then,
supposed to be tough.
did you fall one time, too, like in the middle of the rainstorm, and then you you're all cut up?
That's true. You
tried
were
to-
empathetic.
I didn't push it that time.
I think you were more worried about Bruce's rug than me.
So you came in blood gushing.
We had a vicious thunderstorm here a few weeks ago, and I went around the corner where you just visited, and it was
What are
raining.
the flowers?
And because Bruce is getting as you see, the driveway is being redone here at 2-track studios of Deco Entertainment. I know my way like the back of my hand in the dark to get over there.
Or so he thought.
And unfortunately, I was not aware that they had thrown some of the big Belgian block pavers. And I went down and landed on cement, both knees. And I ripped up my hand, and I ripped up my my knees, and I come in. It looked like I'd been shot. I
Look,
got
Jimmy's sitting
I
down
got
and he's
blood
like,
everywhere, and she's looking at me, and she's like, "What the heck?"
I was like, what?
I'm like, "There's hundreds of them. Get out, save yourself."
I just thought you would blame me and say that I shoved you, like
Well,
pushed you off
I
me.
will. I tried. After that, I told everybody you beat
So
me
you
up,
could tell Darren that I did try to hurt.
that you tried to kill me.
Kill you. And his thing is called Dr. DS chair sessions.
Dr. D's chair. I knew it had something to do with a chair, but
Dr.
it's
D's.
what?
Dr. D's
Dr. D's chair.
session.
Anyway, so he was very complimentary, and he said that as much as he tries to emulate our laid-back interview style, he still thinks he's too tense.
Aw. Well, I'm sure he's fine. He's the doctor, so.
That's what I said. I said, "Be you, man. Don't ever
BD.
try to be me,
Yeah.
unless you got, if you want to,
Have bad knees.
an ex-spouse and
bad
have
knees.
bad knees
Bad golf.
and bad golf. Yeah, you do not want to be me.
Good cigars. Yeah.
But that was very kind of him, and I appreciate that. See,
That's
every
nice.
time I
Shout
want
out to Darren. Hey,
every
Darren.
time I want to retire, I get sucked back in.
Good. That means I can't retire
It's
either.
very rare that I inspire somebody.
That means I'm stuck here too. You can't have on-air
See how my-
chemistry with nobody.
See how my staff loves me, don't you?
Package deal.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, tonight we have guests here who are they've traveled many moons to arrive at this destination, which is cool. So we have Billy and Alan of the Billy Penn Band. So please welcome them to Rock On Radio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to
Thank
be
you.
here.
Oh, by the way, you two, because I know you're dying to know this information.
Yes.
You can find us on Facebook at Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio 2 and
Google
Instagram
you.
at Rock On Radio, all one word, all capital letters, where you'll see the marvelous videos that Madison posts
Nice.
and then asks me to coordinate.
You coordinate,
Except is that what it is? Coordinate on a post?
collaborate.
See? Right again.
Commiserate.
Commiserate. Yeah, correct.
That's more like it.
So what's up, man? First off, thank you for making the trip here to the
Thanks for the
two-track
invite.
studios.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
We have Wayne to thank for that.
Yes.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thanks, Wayne.
So Jump Back are actually they're Deco artists. They're signed
they
to,
are,
to
yes.
Deco Entertainment. I have to say right off the bat, Billy, I've never met either of you before, but you do, Alan. You do look very familiar to me.
You know, a lot of people say they have a cousin in jail who looks just like me. I hear that all the time.
You got out.
Well,
No, mine were all executed. The ones that were in jail, but
That makes
did you?
sense.
What band did you play with besides?
no one you'd recognize. I was in a band called Fresh Fish, right? Right? You heard of that? No. We were on the Joe Franklin show. You ever see that?
Oh
No.
yeah, I remember Joe Franklin.
We were on the Uncle Floyd show. You know.
I know
Oh,
Uncle
yeah,
Floyd.
Yeah.
I don't think you recognize me from that. But a lot of people say I do have a familiar look.
You can
Okay.
pull that.
You can actually. That's
Yeah.
there you
There
go.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Perfect.
But I don't look familiar.
No, you don't look familiar. You don't look familiar to me, Billy.
You don't look familiar to me either.
I don't look familiar to me. I look in the mirror. I posted a picture online from like 1978 that one of my bandmates found a whole bunch of old pics and threw them up online. I posted. I looked at. I'm like, I don't look anything like that anymore.
You don't actually. Someone said you look like Patrick Swayze in that picture.
I'm gonna laugh at you. You know why? Because back before my ex-wife and I were married, she worked for Bristol Myers Squibb, and we used to. Bristol Myers Squibb used to play Squibb Canada, and in softball every summer, and they would take turns. And one year we drove up to Canada, and I had several people on that trip tell me they thought I looked like Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Frankie Previtt likes me.
Maybe. Could be.
That'd probably get you far.
Well, not now. He's dead.
Well, there she is,
true.
Miss Positivity. Miss Positivity 2025.
That's me.
Producer Claire Henwood.
That's me.
Way to go, keeping the ball in the air,
Always.
right? Yeah.
Always. But the thing is I actually looked at that picture, and I'm like, which one's Danny? And then I'm like, oh, I think it's the one that looks like Patrick Swayze.
There's a lot of love in the room right now.
Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
Aw.
You know what I may have to do when I get that toupee? I'll get the Patrick Swayze one.
Oh, that
There you
would
go.
look good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, Madison, do you even know who Patrick Swayze is?
I do and I don't. Like if
Dance, Dirty Dancing.
oh yeah.
Dirty Dancing. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Dirty Dancing, yeah. Ghost.
Yeah. Ghost.
Right,
Yeah.
He was
Roadhouse.
He was in Roadhouse, and Billy and I opened for Jeff Healy,
Oh,
a
okay.
musician who was in Roadhouse.
Yeah.
We opened a show
Yes.
for him at the Pony.
Oh, no
Nice.
kidding.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this. Well, he really was blind. Because I went up to him and I waved. Well, you can't see this on the radio. I waved my hands in front of him and he had no idea I was there.
He's
I
probably,
told
or
him
he's
not
used
to
to
do
it.
it, but it
Billy
was one
told,
of the things.
Billy said, don't do that. That's
don't
really
do that.
stupid.
And you think he doesn't feel the airflow in front of him
I
and
wasn't
knowing
that
people
close.
do that?
I wasn't that close. But
We didn't
that's
think it through, right? Yeah.
One of the shows we opened.
His
at
other
the Pony.
senses.
But he was amazing. He's what a
Oh,
great
he was
guitar
incredible.
player. Yeah.
He was
Killer.
absolutely
Great guitar
incredible.
player.
Yeah.
Whether blind, standing up, sitting down, or whatever, really, really amazing.
Yeah, he was. Just fabulous.
Yep.
So you said that you opened for him. What kind of band was that?
Basically the same kind of country rock, rockabilly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I know him the most for his blues work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, okay, so tell me about the Billy Penn Band. How long you guys been together? Or?
Oh, the Inside Drivers. Well, I guess we've been together at least close to 10 years, right?
Yeah, I don't know if. I don't know if. There was
Mostly
a lot
on.
of off.
Well, there was a lot of off during that whole lockdown, shutdown period.
Okay.
You know, a lot of bands were actually shut down for a while. And then I think it was last year I got the inspiration. So I was like, you know what? I think we should do a show. So I called up Alan and I called up Dewey and I was like, you know what, guys? I think it's time we do a show.
So who's in the band besides you two?
It's obviously
You're
me
gu-
and
guitar
Alan.
and Alan's the bass.
There's one other member, Dewey Corvair, who plays the
And
drums.
so it's a trio.
Yeah, he couldn't
Yeah.
be here
Okay.
tonight. Maybe we can get him on the phone.
Well, we could do that. If producer Claire will give me the proper cord to hook up my phone, you can have him call
And if
me.
we knew his number.
Well, there's always that.
Who knows numbers now anyway?
True.
Just push a button, right?
True.
We're talking to your phone.
I know my childhood phone numbers
Yes.
more than I can't even tell you what my kids' phone numbers are, or my parents.
Yeah. Right. I actually I had to get a new phone and I had to call my girls and I didn't have any of their phone numbers. I was like, I have no idea. They were downloading everything. So now I have to carry a little note in my
On paper?
on paper. I wrote down their
gosh.
phone numbers just in case.
Analog style.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like old school.
Handwritten or typed?
But she
Handwritten.
says
Gosh,
I'm the one
that's
that's,
old school.
You are. I didn't say I wasn't. I just said you are.
And the love keeps flowing.
And you could tell that, can
Yeah.
you? So
Yeah, so we took a little bit of a break during that whole lockdown, shutdown period. And then last year I was like, you know what, we should do a show. And then just like you said before, we got sucked back in and here we are.
yeah. Well, once you guys are of the age where you remember Looney Tunes.
Sure.
You remember the one where the guy got bit by the gambling bug? But bet,
Yes.
bet,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yes.
Once that's and as a musician myself, I know that once you get that in your system, it never leaves.
No.
I've had guys come in here in their mid to late 70s, said they picked up their guitar again after 20 years and started playing and put out an album. And
God bless them.
and
Good
yeah,
for them.
and I've had kids as young as 12 on this program. So it's it's a thing when it's in your blood. It's in your blood.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's what you do.
Yeah.
It becomes part of your fabric.
Yeah, and age doesn't matter.
No, it does not.
Demographic, location doesn't matter. And with the advance of the internet and YouTube and everything, you could stay up all night and find one better player after the next. You know, creative people, just tons of them.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just, it's all, you get to an age where you don't even, maybe the ambitions you had as a young musician are no longer there. And now you just do it for yourself and a few extra bucks, or maybe to get a movie soundtrack or something, and keep those residuals coming. Like, I've already resigned myself to the fact that I'll probably never get to tour as a touring musician because, I'm 148 years old. Oh, she didn't chime in there. And
Sorry, I'm busy.
probably not busy. Yeah, you got to catch her when she's paying attention, which is usually the first 10 minutes and somewhere in the middle and then the last 5. So
So where are we now? She's not paying attention.
I just zoned out.
she,
I'll be zoning back
I
in
asked her
about.
something last 2 weeks ago, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not paying attention."
Well, there was a hum. To be fair, I was trying to find
There's
the
a hum in the board, and it was driving her crazy.
It's still there, but I don't know what's causing it. It's very
don't hear it.
faint. I know, because I'm listening for it. Because that's my job. And it was driving me crazy. And you didn't hear it in the post-production, so that was what I didn't care too
Correct.
much this time. So
Correct.
I'm better.
Yeah, so like a year ago, we got the bug, and now we're starting to release some of our own music. And the plan is to release 2 songs every 2 months.
Now, do you have any of your own music?
Yeah.
But on vinyl or disc or
Just virtual.
okay.
Yeah, all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Music,
All right.
YouTube.
So would this be a second record, or is that all part of the first?
Oh, well, we released 2 in July. We released 2 this month.
Oh,
September.
singles. So you're just letting singles go.
Yeah, so
Okay.
2 songs every 2 months. And then maybe once we get to 10 or 12, maybe we'll do a vinyl.
Okay, so you're, I'm assuming, the principal songwriter, Billy?
Yeah.
Okay. And I asked this question of a lot of bands that come in, but now you're dealing with a trio. So is it a democracy or a dictatorship? Do you write the material and look at Alan and say you're going to play it this way or get out?
Or else.
Yeah,
I write the song.
and Dewey, you'll do as I say, or
No,
I'll drive a drumstick through your face. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's nothing like that.
Okay, wait,
So
that's a
I'll
bad
get
dream
an
I
idea
had.
for a song, or I'll look at some of the songs that I've written over the years, and I'll make a demo of it, send it to these guys, and then we'll all come to rehearsal and put on our ideas. Come
So
up
it's
with
more of a
a
democracy.
collaborative
Okay.
arrangement.
All right.
But I guess the songs so far have stemmed from me.
Well, now I'm going to assume, Alan, that you are all on the same page musically.
Yeah. I mean, when Billy gives us a song to do, we, listen to it and we say, how do we make it sound like the Inside Drivers? And I think so far we've been doing okay with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
try to make it sound like us.
All right. And how would you describe your sound before we let people hear some?
So if you wanted to pick a genre, I guess I would say rockabilly or country rock.
Now, what drew you in that direction? Is that what you were a fan
Jeez.
of, or?
Yeah, years and years ago, my parents had an 8-track player. I don't know if you guys know what that is, right?
Oh, yeah.
8-track player, and I had the soundtrack to
I
American.
still have one.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Does it still work?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
That'll be coming back after vinyl, right?
And I have a cassette deck, too.
Oh my gosh,
So do I.
See?
you guys! I got to catch up. So my mom and dad had the 8-track of American Graffiti, and I basically wore it out. I just loved all that old music, Chuck Berry, all that stuff, and I just gravitated toward it since I was a kid.
Okay, so you
So-
like the blues rock?
Yeah, blues,
Country
rock,
blues,
country, older country.
Rockabilly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Were there any rockabilly artists that you liked? Or like any honky-tonk guys? 'Cause
Well, of course, Elvis. Elvis, Carl Perkins. I guess you would say Buddy Holly. There's tons. Yeah, all the artists on Sun Records.
oh, yeah.
And some of the blues artists.
I've been to Sun Records.
Never made it to
Oh,
Sun.
what a-
No.
what a-
But-
it's incredible. It's like 2 stories the size of this.
Yeah.
Just this on top, another one
Yeah.
of these on top.
yeah.
Top half is a museum. The bottom half is the actual studio.
Mm-hmm.
And you can stand there and touch. And they have the mic
Yeah.
that Elvis used and the piano Jerry Lee Lewis
Yeah, yeah.
used to record Great Balls of Fire.
And
they
you can
have-
record there.
and you could. Matter of fact, friends of mine are.
Yeah.
Or did. I think the
I think we should
Successful
go.
Failures went
I
down
think
there
we
and
should
recorded.
definitely
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
You know what? Let's wrap this up and let's go. Let's take a road trip.
I'm
right?
in. Madison, do you have access to the Deco account?
he's getting the debit card. And,
Can't be that expensive.
See?
It's only a trio. How could
Yeah.
We don't eat
Correct.
much either, so.
Man, right? We don't even have to tell Dewey. I play the drums. Let's
You
just
do?
go.
Ah, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
You'd have an enemy for life.
I couldn't do that to somebody.
No,
I
no,
couldn't
no.
do that
He's
to
a big
somebody.
part of the sound too.
Yeah. Okay, and why is that?
Just his style, his
Mm-hmm.
ideas, his personality,
Okay.
his
And-
handsome looks.
Well,
Just the whole
I,
package.
His rugged
Whoa.
good looks.
Yes, yes, yes.
Rugged good looks.
guess he
No,
don't need a toupee.
Not yet.
You'd have to ask him.
His need and want, I think.
No, but all kidding aside, he's a big part of the sound for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, and yeah, and they were talking. Everybody's been talking about how the Stray Cats are getting back together and going out on the road, and Slim Jim Phantom only had a snare drum and a cymbal, pretty
Yeah.
much,
Yeah. Standing up.
and a bass drum, and it's amazing what you can do if you know what to do with it.
Dewey does play a smaller drum kit than a lot of people.
Yes.
Okay.
So he is a minimalist, but he does well.
Yeah, but I think, and he's not here, so I can say this, but he's going to hear this. I just don't think he wants to lug a lot of stuff.
Well, there is
And
that.
I don't think it's all going to fit in his car.
There's that.
So there's that.
And he has to bring a table for his snacks,
Yes.
which is very important.
Yes, I think
So
that's more important than the drums.
I
You
bring
use
a
the other
table to
tom
hold
tom.
the set list and my beer. That's
there
all
you
I
go.
bring a table, one of a little tiny folding table. But Claire and I have a friend. She's known him longer than me, a gentleman, a fantastic drummer by the name of Robert Bobby Boyd.
Oh, yeah. Jazz Lobsters.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jose
He's a
Lou.
great player.
Jose Lou.
And Bobby and I are in a band called Rogues on the Run. I do percussion. Bobby plays the drums. And one night we were doing a Rogues gig, and I looked at him, and I'm like, "What kind of stands are they you got there?" And he's like, "Oh, they're these things are great. They're aluminum." His snare stand, his hi-hat stand, all of his cymbal stands are made of aluminum. Now, my thought was, there's no way, because if they're going to tip over. They're so light. Because I got these 1982 Tama boom stands that weigh like 35 pounds apiece. I could carry every one of his stands under one arm
Yeah.
Wow.
and not even be affected.
Yep.
And I was like, wow. I went out and bought them. As a matter of fact, before Bruce left, that's what we were talking about. And so I don't blame Dewey. My first question, when somebody asks me about a gig, is it backlined? That's my first question. I'll just bring cymbals and sticks. I'll be perfectly happy. I don't care if the snare drum only has 2 lug nuts. If I have to bring my equipment, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, he makes a lot of noise with just a few drums, so it's
Excellent.
It's perfect.
So you
Good
have to
stuff.
tell them about them stands
Yes.
because they're, you can carry them in a duffel bag. They fold up that small. It's absolutely incredible. So what about you, Alan? What kind of music?
Well, I like it all. I mean, like many people of a certain age, I started with the Beatles.
Don't even look at it.
I only roast you.
Well,
Avert your eyes.
avert your eyes. Yeah, so, I started listening to the Beatles and then the Rolling Stones and everything else that, was in that, and Bob Dylan. And then after that, I gravitated toward, whatever came after that, like, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, all that. And then after that, I started listening to, they listened to blues, a lot of these guys. So I got into a lot of the blues artists, became a big blues fan. A little bit of jazz. I was a big fan of John McLaughlin, great guitar player. People who can play. Pat Martino. I worked in a music store called Musicians Workshop, and some of the teachers were very into other types of music that maybe I would not be into. So I'd go to shows with them, and I'd see all these, different musicians that otherwise I would not have been exposed to. Then I liked a lot of prog stuff. Like I saw King Crimson probably 13 or 14 times.
And you mentioned Gentle Giant.
Gentle Giant, yeah. I'm a big fan of Adrian Belew, who used to play guitar with King Crimson. And I know his road manager, Andre. And I would go to Adrian Belew gigs, and I would help set up the equipment. And then one day I got to plug in and play through Adrian Belew. Andre said, look, man, if you can make it work, you can play through it. So I plugged everything in, and I started making all kinds of noise and loops and backward sounds and distorted things. And Andre runs out of the room, and I turn around, and Adrian Belew's standing there behind me with his arms crossed. And I'm like, but Andre said it was okay. And he goes, I don't see Andre. Do you see Andre? I don't see Andre anywhere. So,
Well, didn't he call you a vampire or something?
well, that was okay. Are you familiar with Robert Fripp from King Crimson?
Okay.
Since Billy
Oh,
brought
yeah.
that up. Well, he's known for, he has his own ideas. He sits down when he plays. There was no photography allowed. Sometimes he would stop a show and walk off the stage if you took a picture.
Wow.
So he's sitting down. When I saw him in Asbury Park, he had one of his solo bands playing. It was called League of Gentlemen. They're very much like Talking Heads. And so I'm just looking at him. I'm not close to him. I'm not glaring at him. And he looks down at me. And he's sitting on a stool. And he has a microphone just like this. And he goes, "You're being a vampire." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "You're being a vampire." And I was like, "What?" And he said that because of my non-participatory stance, by refusing to dance, I was ruining the interaction of the flow of the didactic energy in the room or something.
Whoa.
You vampire, you.
Yeah, right. So
we got to
You were
break out the
sucking the
thesaurus
fun out
for
of it.
this.
That's
Right?
what he's
Right.
telling you.
You can't see this band without a dictionary, right?
Exactly.
So anyway,
You got to have a degree in something.
a lot of my friends knew this story, and because Adrian Ballou later played with Robert Fripp in a later version of King Crimson, the first day that I met Adrian Ballou through my friend Andre, who's now the guitar tech for Pat Metheny. They're in South
Nice.
America today. Anyway, so I go to attend a sound check, and Adrian Ballou walks up to me and he sticks his hand and he goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Vampire." So the story's stuck. Thanks, Bill.
Fortunately,
Bring that up.
I have been lucky enough to interview both those men, Adrian Ballou and John McLaughlin, who you spoke of earlier. John McLaughlin, the nicest. I interviewed him and Jean-Luc Ponty in the same week.
Wow.
And I was like, I never met or spoke with two nicer gentlemen. Mm-hmm. You know.
I love to hear those stories when you meet like your heroes or your the people that inspire you, that they're nice people,
Yeah.
I got to meet my hero, Danny Gatton, a few times.
Oh,
Danny
no
Gatton
kidding.
was a great guitar player, in my opinion.
Oh,
and
in
huge,
anybody's
yeah,
opinion.
huge influence on me. And I got to meet him one time. Well, I think I snuck backstage at the Cat Club in New York, So I don't know how I got back, but I got back. And it was when he released his instructional video.
Okay.
So everybody's crowded around him, and the instructional video came out. And I think one of his albums were out. So everybody's getting their videotape signed. So I got up close to him, and he says, "Hey, kid, you want me to sign your video?" I'm like, "No, I have it. I have it at home, and it's awesome. But I have another question for you." He goes, "Yeah, what's the question?" He goes, "I have a 1962 Ford Galaxy 500 that I'm having a hell of a time trying to find parts for." He says, "Do you like beer?" I'm like, "I drink a little beer." He says, "Grab one of those beers." He put his arm around me and walked away. And all the people are standing there like, "What just happened?" Danny Gatton was here, now he's gone. And we ended up talking for a while about cars, because I really did have a 62 Ford. I didn't need any parts. I kind of, used that as
An
an in. But we ended up talking about cars, and I'm a big Fender guitar Telecaster nut.
Yeah.
So we ended up talking about guitars and rockabilly music and stuff. But it's cool when you meet somebody who's your inspiration or your hero.
And
then
they're
they're
cool,
nice.
right?
Yeah, it's cool.
And the Telecaster, of course, has that nice twangy sound.
Yeah,
that the
you could do
Les
anything
Pauls
on a
do not.
Telecaster.
Yeah,
In my opinion. Yeah,
that's
do
why a lot
anything
of
on
blues
Telecaster.
guys use them.
Sure.
They're
Strats
durable.
and tellies, and
Yeah, durable. Leo hit it out of the park. He really did. He was a genius.
yeah. That was.
Yep.
It's it's weird when they want to have that nice rich tone. They go to the Les Paul. And
Sure.
Then, or warmer as it's known, and then
Sure,
when they want
335
that
or something.
twangy, screaming, squealy stuff, it's always the Defenders,
Yeah, like Roy Buchanan.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good example.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
There's too many.
before we go too far, get too deep, let's get to some music. Now,
Yeah.
you sent us several tracks, which I forwarded to producer Claire, but you're also both sitting here with guitar and bass on, so
It's just for looks.
whatever. You,
Looks good.
I don't
It's for the camera.
That's why I wear the headphones.
Well, this is, a woman will say, what is that thing? Otherwise, she wouldn't talk to me, right?
True.
So this is a gimmick. It's a gimmick for dating purposes.
That's like that. Did you ever hear that joke about the pirate that walks into a bar with
No.
a ship's wheel around his waist?
No.
And the bartender looks at him and says, "What do you got a ship's wheel around your waist?" And the pirate looks at him and says, "Arr, I know, it's driving me nuts."
That's great.
I'll be here all week.
That's right. Tell your
the
friends
veal.
about me.
Yep. Try the veal.
Try So what do you want to do? You want to go live or you want to go
No,
Memorex?
let's go Memorex.
All right.
Yeah,
which tune would you like Claire to play?
How about Hammer Down Driver
Okay.
Okay.
in the key of E?
You want to preface that in any way?
It is what it is.
Where
It's
do
a
you wanna
song
let
I
it go?
wrote a while ago, just about somebody on the road that wants to get home. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of a fictitious
That's all you got
or
for me.
fictional story. That's all I got for you. I think the song will, all
Speak for
2 minutes
itself.
and 3 seconds will say it all.
All right. Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers here on Rock On Radio with a song called
Hammer Down Driver. Hammer down driver, I got my girl waiting. She's my whole world. There's no debating. I gotta get back home to my pretty little miss with 2 open arms and a great big kiss. Hammer down driver, go and take me home. She's the queen of all my dreams, picture perfect, oh so it seems. Lord, I know she feels the same, 'cause she tells me every day, hammer down driver, let's leave this town. Gotta see my baby, so keep the hammer down. I've gotta get back home to my pretty little miss with 2 open arms and a great big kiss. Hammer down driver, go and take me home. Guitar. I wanna drink from her loving cup. Lord knows I can't get enough. I wanna tell her a thing or two. Gonna start with an I love you. Hammer down driver, cover some ground. Wanna see my baby, 'cause I'm loving bound. Well, I gotta get back home to my pretty little miss with the 2 open arms and a great big kiss. Hammer down driver, go and take me home. Uh-huh. Hammer down driver, go and take me home.
Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers here on Rock On Radio. Nice honky tonk feel to that there. Rockabilly country. Very cool. I have a guy that I've interviewed many times over the years, and we've become somewhat friendly. His name's Moot Davis. Moot's from Hamilton Square, New Jersey, but you would think he was from the deep south because he sounds like he's got songs. He sounds like Hank Williams, and that's who he kind of modeled himself after. He's had tunes in like shows like Justified and Sons of Anarchy and all the. He actually had to move to Atlanta because he was on some show. And that's where they filmed it. And he was like the house band in this bar that they went to.
Oh, wow.
Like, for the life of me, I can't remember it. But that's kind of what that reminded me of. Same type of thing. And it's great. People love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Young, old, you know, it doesn't matter. That's fantastic. So we were talking during that, and before we get to what you were talking about, Alan, website, social media, what's the best way to find you guys?
Our website, InsideDrivers.com, and that has links to all of our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and we're now on TikTok.
Ooh.
We're TikTok.
Nice. Ooh,
TikTok
look
in
at
a way.
you.
Yep.
Do you remember when we first heard about TikTok? Matt Portella came into the
Right.
to the
Oh, that's right.
the church in Heightstown, where we used to do the show. He did from a church in Heightstown. And he says, yeah, he said, I'm on all social media, and my kids are telling me about some new thing called TikTok, and they think I should be on that. And I resisted. I'm not on TikTok, but I know a lot of people who are, and it seems to work. Go ahead, Madison. You want to speak on the...
You're gonna be on it soon.
You're whether you like it or not.
That's funny.
Yep, so buckle up.
That's-
No longer.
You know, when I first got my Instagram account, I must have been like one of the first 200 people because it was like whatever the number they assigned me was like 32 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I stopped using Instagram at first because they only allowed the videos were only like 10
30
to 15
seconds? Or was it
It was
even-
like
yeah, it wasn't
15
even-
seconds. They
yeah.
wouldn't let you
That's
put
right.
anything full length
Right.
up.
And you couldn't save anything or something like
Yeah,
that. It was a whole bunch
it was
of
a mess.
yeah.
And so I kind of stopped using it. Do you guys use social media a lot?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lets people know what we're doing, what we're up to, where we're going to be. Yeah,
I'm up to my ideal weight if I was 7 foot tall. George went,
on the moon.
right?
On the moon.
I can't go to the moon. My toupee would float away.
Pretty good.
So, Alan, you were saying we were talking. You
It
were
would have a
talking
mind of
about
its own.
some of the bands that Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers have opened for or played along with over the years.
Right. Well, over the years, we've opened shows. There was a period of time in Asbury Park where we would play a lot of shows with blues bands or, a lot of blues bands. Like in Asbury Park, we opened shows, as I said before, for Jeff Healey. We played with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers.
Oh, nice.
We played with Jay Giles.
Ooh.
Who else did we play with in Asbury Park? Oh, it's escaping me. But one of the great shows that we did was we went to St. Louis and we played with Chuck Berry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that was
Yes.
a great show. That was a great evening.
I
How
think that was in
on-
2010, right?
I think so.
How did that come about? I mean, I heard
Okay.
Chuck was pretty tough. That he didn't.
Okay, so it's a long story.
You kidnapped
probably
his
have to.
opening act,
We'd
didn't
have to go into overtime here, right?
Yeah.
Sudden death. So years ago, my cousin was in the band, and I don't know. My cousin knows everybody. Once removed, somehow he knows everybody. So he knew Chuck's daughter Ingrid somehow, and he contacted Ingrid. So yeah, come down and open up for Chuck. We could do that. So we got on a plane, we drove down, or we flew down to St. Louis at what was it, Blueberry Hill, right?
Blueberry
Yeah,
Hill.
Blueberry
yeah.
Hill.
He played there once a month, I believe.
Yeah, he had a once-a-month residency. And there was a guy there, his name is Dexter. He's been there forever, right? He told me the whole story. He came out of the Marine Corps. He needed a job. He started working at Blueberry Hill like a janitor or whatever. And at this point when we met him in 2010, he was like the go-to guy for everything. He was like Schneider, you know? He did everything. He knew everything. He knew how the whole operation worked. He was close with Chuck Berry and a lot of the artists. So he talked to us before the show. And then after the show, you know, he came up and he was, I guess he was going to wrap up the stage and help with whatever and take care of Chuck. So I said, hey, Dexter, what'd you think? Did you like us? Did you like the show? He goes, damn, you were good.
Nice.
Just flat out, just laid it out there. I was like,
Yeah.
well, thank you, Dexter.
It was a great evening, and
Yeah.
it's funny because and they were like, and here they
There
are.
were people standing on the tables.
Yeah, well,
There were.
There were.
There were.
At the beginning, when they first introduced us, it was like, and here they are from New Jersey, and everyone starts going, boo.
Yes, yes. I remember that.
Yep, and then we played through our set, and we had to do 3 encores.
Ooh.
Okay, because they changed their mind about us.
Yes.
And then Chuck's family.
We saved them and converted them
Yes.
in that order.
Praise
We
the
did.
Lord and pass the ammunition.
That's it.
Yeah, and Chuck's family was very nice to us. And after the show, and all right, so then we watched Chuck, right? So
That was scary.
it was
Up that close.
yeah. I mean, we were like right
My
on
hero,
the side of the
you know.
stage.
Could wipe the sweat from him.
Well, we were very, very, very close to him. And what I took away was something I had never thought of was that, like, okay, when you think of Chuck, you think of, in no particular order, the songwriting, the lyrics, and the guitar licks. But what I got from that evening was the sound of his guitar.
Yeah.
Because he was playing from this out of the same Fender amp from the 50s, using a very old Gibson guitar, a 335 or 55, I don't know, you'd know. And then, and it was just like, wow, not only is he playing Chuck Berry songs, but his guitar sounds exactly like Chuck Berry.
Oh, it was scary.
It was, I never thought of that before. And then after the show, Ingrid took us out to another bar, Ingrid took us out to another bar.
By the way, not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
Ingrid's an amazing harmonica player.
Yes.
Oh,
And singer.
Yeah.
nice.
And
Yeah.
she toured with him for quite a while, I think, in the 70s.
Yeah, and his son was the
The guitar player.
the other guitar player. So, I know there's all these famous stories about how he would show up without a band and he could care less, but he had a very tight band when he
Yep.
played at this place in St. Louis. They were killer. So after the show, Ingrid takes us out to another bar, and we get to play on the other band's equipment. And Ingrid is like, these are our friends from New Jersey, let them sit in. So it was very interesting because, Billy plays a Telecaster usually. And, whatever I play doesn't really matter. But so all of a sudden, Billy's playing this heavy metal guitar with a whammy bar on it, and the strap is like down by his kneecaps. Very
with all the points and everything.
Yeah, very pointy
Him a
guitar.
gunslinger.
Right, the crazy color and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, there's a lot of buttons here.
Yeah. And
Just leave them all up.
yeah, it's true. Don't touch anything. So that was great.
Well, we had fun.
We had a blast.
Yeah.
And then
Then we did the drive-through hamburgers.
at 5 a.m. she takes us to this drive-through hamburger joint, and we took all of
And we weren't even drinking, were we?
Were we? This is
I don't know
bad.
about you. I can't speak for you. But it was just amazing. It was an amazing
it's a good
evening.
experience.
Play with Chuck Berry, go to the bar, hang out with Ingrid, have the hamburgers, fly home. And then I think like 3 or 4 days later, I'm playing with a different band to like 4 people at the Brighton bar.
I always like to laugh because
Music business, right?
That's right.
our former music director on this show was a gentleman named Rich Shalanda. Rich is back in the 70s and to this day is still in Nectar, the prog rock band
Oh,
Nectar.
yeah.
Oh, we know Kendall.
Sure.
Yes, I know
Kendall's
Kendall
great.
as well. Very well.
Nicest guy and a great player.
So Richie and I would do
Hi,
gigs.
Kendall.
Kendall.
Richie and I would do gigs together sometimes.
Oh.
And we used to play this place in Hamilton Township called the Cedar Pub, which is no longer there. And we would be there, and there'd be like 10, 15 people. And the one time we did the gig on a Thursday night, and then Saturday, he was playing guitar for Renaissance at the time.
Oh, wow.
And he's on tour with Renaissance, and they're going to be in Camden at the amphitheater, 22,000 people, and a thing called Yestival. And Yes, of course, was the headliner, and there was all these prog rock bands. So Renaissance comes on, and I'm like, I'd been backstage with Richie and everything, and coming in and out of backstage, and so I'm now I'm going out to see Renaissance because Rich is there playing for him, and I'm like from here to the door. So what am I, like 10 rows from the stage? And Richie's up there playing, and I turn around and look, and there's just people as far as the eye
Yeah.
could see. And I just started laughing to myself because, like, 2 nights ago it was me, you, and 10 people at the Cedar Pub, and here you are in front of 20,000 people.
Right.
It's, I got to play in front of like 20,000 people a couple times. Once was at what was used to be known as the Garden State Arts Center.
Oh, yeah.
It was,
Oh, yeah.
full. I was working with one of the guys from The Alarm, Dave Sharp.
Okay.
And we did Earth Day one year. It was on NEW and everything. And it was the
fun.
weirdest thing because you're used to being on at least at that point, I was used to being on a small stage. And, the drummer's like, where is this guy? What zip code is he in? And it was weird. And people are so far away from you.
Yeah.
And you really can't make out, you can make out faces, but it's not that close and not that clear. But yeah, as far as the eye could see.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's strange.
I asked Vinny Lopez about that one time because Vinny and I are very friendly, and he'd been on this program before. I said, when Springsteen calls you up or tells you to meet him at Giant Stadium or the Wells Fargo Center or Lincoln Finance, and lets you come up on stage and do a tune.
Yeah.
I said, what's that like looking out at all those people? He said, when you do a night gig like that, he goes, you can't see past the first 4 or 5 rows. The lights are so bright, you don't see anybody. He said, so I have no idea.
That might work to his advantage, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't be
Yeah.
that scared.
Yeah.
I did a gig at the Felt Forum in New York City.
Oh, nice.
I played with Carlo Martini, the Italian Elvis,
Okay.
at Howard Stern's New Year's Eve show at Felt Forum.
That sounds like quite a show.
It was very interesting. To make a long story really short, I'll really condense this, but we got to watch Howard Stern's crew do their dress rehearsal. I got to hang out with Leslie West all day.
Oh, nice.
From Mountain, who was one of my heroes. It was just great. We got to meet a lot of people, like all the hangers-on from the show were there. Sam Kinison, the comedian, was there.
Oh man.
So,
What's it going to be 100 years from now?
right.
again.
Yeah,
great.
So we're backstage after the show, and Sam comes out, and he's talking to me and one of the other people in the band, and a white object fell out of his nose, and it landed on his boot. And I remember to this day that it was a white boot with purple suede star on it. He looks at us, looks at the object, jams it up his nose, and he goes, "Waste not, want not. Happy New Year!" and walked away. So that was one of
Gee whiz.
and it was
Jeez whiz.
Yeah, it was a great show. It was like 8,000 people, and for me, it was a big thrill.
So now I guess the question is, before we
Yeah.
get to a little more music, is how do all those experiences shape not only you as musicians, but the music that you write and the way you play it?
I think maybe it gives it a little bit of depth, just life experience. I think any life experience will give your music width and depth, more subject matter, more experience.
Now, is that what you write about? You write about life experiences?
Oh,
Or
I think it influences the stories. Some of the things that I write are fictional, but sometimes I'll put myself, so if I was alone or if I was lonely, how would I feel and what would I want? So you're right, the song just starts to come to you, And some of it's real, some of it's based on real experience, sure. Yeah.
the majority of people who have come through these doors, and sat with me for almost 17 years now, I have often in the past, and I haven't really done it until today, I did an interview with a woman named Larissa Vale. She's in a band called Black Satellite. They're going to be at the House of Independence in a couple weeks. And she was telling me how this album is a little darker than what they did in the past. So I started looking at the track listing, and it's 15 tracks,
Whoa.
this album. Every one of them had some sort of dark or negative theme in the title. And I said, what's up with that? And she said, it's so much easier for me to write when I'm angry or sad or hurt than it is when I'm happy. Because when I'm happy, I really don't think about writing songs. And then when I'm sad, it's like, oh, there's got to be a song in here somewhere. And the majority of the people that have sat with me over the years have said that same thing. It's so much easier to write when somebody broke up with me, or it's been
Emotion.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's an emotion that triggers something or some event triggers something. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're just tuning in, I have Billy and Alan from Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers, and let's do some more music. What do you guys think?
Yeah. How about Bring Your Lovin' Back? Let's do that one.
Okay. You want Claire to...
I do want
crack
Claire
that
to
up?
do that, yes.
I got it.
All right. And this is Bring Your Lovin' Back?
Yes.
Is that like that song I talked about before we went on the air? How can I miss you when you won't go away?
No, it's not like that.
No.
Somebody sent me a song like that, Madison. How can I miss you when you won't go away? Yeah, that's deep, isn't it? Right?
That's cold, it sounds to me.
It's like it's a camping trip. It's intense. All right. Here we go. Billy Penn and the Inside Driver.
Once I had a girl, she meant to me the world. She ran away and left me all alone. No forward in her dress, this love is such a mess. Baby, won't you please come on? She doesn't call alright, your loving back. And I'd climb the highest peak for a kiss on my cheek. And if I had the notion, I would swim across the ocean. Oh, baby, bring your loving back to me. I walk 1,000 miles of track just to get your loving back. And I'd climb the highest peak for a kiss on my cheek. And if I had the notion, I would swim across the ocean. Baby, bring your loving back to me. Baby, bring your loving back to me.
Paul Wilson and the Inside Driver. That was Billy Penn in the Inside Driver.
You need to go home and take a nap.
I need to do something.
Your brain is like fried.
Maybe we get Flip Wilson in the
Yeah,
inside.
Flip
Driver.
There you go.
Get him to do
There's a hole in the bucket.
do a
dear
little
Liza,
Geraldine
dear
for
Liza.
us.
There's a hole in the bucket.
Right? Get him to do
Here
some
come the
Geraldine.
judge. Here come the judge.
Yes, yep. These kids won't know what we're talking about.
No,
Nope.
But we're having fun.
that's right.
That's the important
1,000%.
That was the best. That was a good. We used to watch that at dinner time. You know, we never were allowed to watch TV at dinner, but
Wow.
Flip Wilson, we did.
Wow.
Wasn't he on at like 10 o'clock at night?
No.
Oh, we saw him. No,
Work with me, Billy.
It's a late
yeah.
dinner. That's a late dinner. What
Oh,
were you
my
thinking?
I was little. I was in bed by 10.
My watch is on upside down.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like 10.
All right, you're all muted.
All right. So let's talk about the new. The new record or the recording. Where are you guys laying down these tracks?
Yeah, so we're recording with my good friend Joe DeMeo up at Surefire
Surefire
Studios. Yeah,
Studios.
in Long
Surefire,
Branch.
yeah,
Joey's the best, and he's got every piece of equipment known to man and knows how to use it. Yeah. Yeah. He's a great guy.
He is.
Yeah, who else record? Jump Back records.
Everybody
there.
recorded there.
Peter Vitesco records there.
Sure.
Papa John's records
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yep.
You know, Bon Jovi's been there. Springsteen's
Yep.
been there.
Zach
Dave,
White.
that gentleman right back there on the wall, Dave Bickleroot, Dave Bickler, as he's known. He's been there. He was the Eye of the Tiger. He was the lead singer of Survivor, so on and so forth. He's a deco artist. So, all right, that's great. So,
yeah, matter
how
of
many?
fact, we're going back in, I think, the October 26th. We got
Okay, so the
another
end
4 or
of the
5
coming
songs.
month.
Yeah.
Right, so you're going to lay down. Have you the ones you recorded there?
Yeah, yep.
Wait, so are you going to put them together in an album, or are you just going
I
to keep
think,
putting
yeah,
out singles, downloads?
We're going to keep doing single downloads for a while, and I think when we hit 10 or 12, we'll press a vinyl.
Nice.
That
Okay.
seems to be the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, because I heard you talking with Bruce about vinyl.
Yeah.
And I talked to, matter of fact, that, again, a woman I spoke to today from Black Satellite, she said they have their stuff on vinyl. A lot of artists are doing it. And what's funny, you mentioned 8-tracks, right? I had an 8-track player. I had it for years. And I had this when my ex-wife and I were moving to our primary second home. And we were moving, and I had this copy paper box full of 8-tracks.
Wow.
Iron Butterfly, Jimi Hendrix,
Rhinoceros.
Zeppelin. Yeah, I had all the, I had all these, Leonard Skinner. I had all these classic 8-tracks. But for the life of me, I couldn't find the player. And I knew I had the player. And I couldn't find it. And I looked everywhere.
Except for where it was. 'Cause
Everywhere.
You couldn't find it.
So I'm like, well, these 8-tracks are worthless. I can't find this thing. That's another box to move. I threw them away. 8-tracks are done. They'll never come back. And so we move to the new house, and I'm unpacking stuff.
Here we go.
And guess what I find?
Yep. Here
The
we go.
8-track player.
What else?
And at the time, it was just a portable 8-track. It was about the size of this laptop. and it had the thing, you stuck it in the side. So anyway, and you could record and play whatever. So I was like, darn it, I threw all them tapes away. So a month or so later, my buddy calls me, and he says, hey, you still got them 8-tracks? And I'm like, no, why? He goes, I saw an ad in the paper. They're paying like $200 for that Iron Butterfly one you got.
Oh.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right.
That'll
That
teach you.
hurts.
And now they're in a landfill somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
So,
why the ones are worth $200.
but I also have this piece of furniture that belonged to my grandmother. And I call it the Dean Martin bar. Because it's this combination. It's about as big as this table, and it stands about this tall.
For those on
And-
radio,
And on the one side, that's right. For those of you watching on radio,
it's this big.
and on the bottom, in the middle, is a fake fireplace. So you flip a switch and it looks like fire.
Wow.
Now, I'm not talking about them cardboard things they used to put up around a Christmas tree when you were a kid. I'm talking about an actual fake fireplace. And the left and right are stereo speakers that look like the inside of an old cathedral. That pattern that they used to use,
yes.
the wooden
Exactly
pattern.
what you mean, yeah.
So then you open up, you pull down the left side, and there's a Lazy Susan where it holds all your drink and cordial glasses. And you pull down the right side, and there's an entire stereo system. There's a turntable. There's a AM/FM radio with an 8-track player. And I was like, oh, man. And the middle doesn't pull down. But it was like a total, quote-unquote, entertainment center.
Yeah, wow.
I actually have it. And I was cracking up because I stumbled across it on somebody told me one of my buddies found it on eBay and they sent me the picture. Opening bid was $600. She probably paid $70 for it when it was
Yeah,
brand new in
yeah.
1955 or whatever.
Some people really look for that stuff. They like to decorate their house kind of retro.
Retro.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, like a movie production company will buy something like that for
For a
props.
scene,
Yeah,
yep.
for movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, but I still don't have any 8-tracks to play.
Yeah, there you go.
And now they're $200 each. so-
Exactly.
Yeah.
At
Now
least.
somebody going to sell me back my own Iron Butterfly 8-track for $200.
Hey, buddy, come here. I got something for you.
Oh gosh, in a way, being our, how did you describe it, Alan? People of our
Age?
age or genre or what? It's kind of cool because if you look back at the stuff that we, as musicians and things, have lived through, 8-track, cassette. I mean, I have 2 Victrolas at home. I have an extensive
Wow.
collection of 78s.
Wow.
And I have vinyl, and I have cassettes, and I have CDs, so I've got every thing basically. The only thing I don't have are like the cylinders.
Oh, right. Yeah,
White
yeah.
wax
If I want to,
cylinder.
yeah, that's I don't know anybody who does, but we know what it was like, quote unquote, back in the day.
Yeah.
And so with the technology today, I just had this discussion on that podcast I was talking about. The younger guys who were born in like 1979, so they're really not that old, they were talking about how, I love what you did with that song, but I would have liked to have seen there were a couple spots where the vocals were slightly off. I really would like to see you fix them before you put it out to the public, and so on and so forth. So I'm on there, I'm like, nah, don't do that. I said, that was fine. You're a musician, you notice it. I said, people, that's the problem with music today. There are no mistakes.
That's right.
People, there's a human element. When he goes on stage, they ain't going to be able to auto-tune that stuff unless he's Milli Vanilli in it.
Right.
So, like Dick Kirchen. You know Dick Kirchen? Titan of the Telecaster, Hot Rod Lincoln?
Oh, sure. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Bill Kirchen.
Or Bill Kirchen.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
What
Derek.
is wrong with me tonight? I'm getting
I don't know.
Yeah, Bill Kirchen. Great. Yeah.
Bill Kirchen.
Great guitar.
Thank you.
Yep.
I've never seen you so up your name game.
Danny, what's your name?
I don't have any idea, Billy. That's why I call people Zelda, because I just don't even want to get confused. Anyway,
Even yourself.
Bill Kirchen told me one time, he said, Danny, when I go in the studio, I refuse to use a click track. Because he said that I want to know what that musician is feeling at the moment he's recording that. He said, because live, I'm not going to be using a click track.
No.
Music needs to breathe. It's going to speed up. It's going to
Yeah.
slow down. And you guys are making that kind of music.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
With a click track, sort of. In the studio. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, but when you get on stage, you ain't playing
No.
it just like you do in the studio.
No, every night's a little bit different. And that's the fun of it, you know?
I was hanging out with, and as much as I can appreciate this conversation, I'm also kind of anti this conversation, and I love both these guys to death. But I went every now and then I go to Doug Deep Productions on Bangs Avenue in Asbury Park. That's Jack Daly's place, and Jack and because we're friendly with Mark Swirsky, his producer, who used to work for Joey for years.
Yep, I know Mark.
And
Nice
Mark,
guy.
right? Mark and I and Jack will just sit around and talk music, or I sat in on or watched a couple recording sessions, did a couple things, and I said to them guys, I'm like, so what's easier for you? Because they were saying, hey, you really need the right group of studio guys to make a good recording. I remember thinking, who's that easier for? You. Because it's certainly not easier for the band. If I'm in a band and I'm making music, I want to record with them guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, we don't need your band. We'll just plug these studio
Yeah, that's
musicians
not
in.
always the way it's done. Absolutely not.
exactly.
Especially in Nashville. I spent some time in Nashville, and I got to experience that, yeah. But the players down there, best in the world.
That's what everybody keeps saying.
They are.
But if you're the Billy Penn band,
You want the Billy Penn sound.
you want exactly.
You want the Dewey. The Dewey do.
Right. And his decimal system. You want that. And you want your bass. And
Absolutely.
the very first time I ever went in the studio, I recorded with my band.
Yes.
And the other times I went in the studios with my band. It wasn't some studio guys, and then I had to sit down as a drummer and learn what they were doing.
To be fair, we bring in outside musicians for the recording to make the song a better song.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we'll play Sweet Marie in a little while, and we brought in someone.
Okay. So you're going to remain nameless?
We'll get to that.
Well, why don't we play it?
That's a good idea.
Okay.
We'll play Sweet Marie.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'll tell you the name after we're done.
There we go. Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers.
All right. Sweet Marie.
I've got a little angel, and her name is Sweet Marie. I tell her that I'm sweet on her, she says she's sweet on me. I take her to a movie and a county fair, and everywhere I take Marie, the boys all stop and
you go. Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers. A song called Sweet Marie.
Yes, Sweet Marie.
Okay.
With our friend.
Do go on. Do go on.
Do tell.
Oh, do tell. With our good friend Phil Passantino playing accordion on that.
Ooh, very
Yeah.
cool. Very nice. Nice
Yeah, he
done.
plays a
Nicely
lot of
done.
Zydeco and Cajun music.
Oh,
There
that's
you
fun.
go.
So I was like,
He
boy.
might be. Is he in the Gumbo Goombas?
No, I don't remember the name of the band that he's in, but he plays in a few bands.
There's a hot takeout band too. There's HP in the hot takeout band. They do
Who's
that.
that band that Bobby played with? We went.
That's
to,
Bruce Gassman that plays that one.
Oh, is that Bruce's band?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know Bruce. He's
Yeah.
a great player,
Yeah,
too.
he is too. He does it. He has it on remote, so it's like he has it plugged in and he walks around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
yes,
good.
He's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby plays in that one. That's HP. But HP got sick, so they don't do much. That's what's like Steve O'Nelson and stuff is in that one.
okay.
Because I had to go band then.
Maybe we'll take him, Alan. Maybe we'll take him on tour when we tour.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we'll take. Hey, Phil, come on the road with us. I did some touring back in the '90s. I'd love to do a little bit again.
Well, you're going to
Yeah.
be in October. You're going to be at the Lizzie Rose.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
with
So
J.C. Cole. Did you ever see him?
no, I know the name though for some reason.
Yeah.
Is
He
it good?
does a tribute to Johnny Cash. That's really
Oh,
good.
Very
yeah.
cool. Well, coming full circle, just to let you know, the guy Darren, Dr. D's,
Right.
he does the video at
He's
Lizzie
the
Rose.
videographer at the
Oh, great.
Lizzie Rose.
At Lizzie
that's
Rose.
cool.
So you'll get to meet him too.
Yeah. I always wanted to play there, so this is going to be really
Oh, it's
great.
amazing room.
You ever
Really
been there?
is.
No.
Oh, it's so cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's small.
It's actually smaller than this room.
Wow.
It's very.
I'd say it's
Intimate.
bigger than this room.
Then your appeal can be selective.
I laugh because as you stand on stage, you can see who's going in and out of the men's room.
If you want to.
If well, you have no choice, you look that way.
Avert
But
your eyes again.
Exactly.
correct. The Lizzie Rose is a interesting venue. First off, I don't know who their sound guy is, but he is out of this world.
Great. Good.
How he keeps the volume down and the clarity up is just the sound quality he gets is amazing. Because you're standing on the stage and behind you are all these like stained glass windows,
Yes.
like wraparound window.
Yes.
And it's an incredible vibe and a nice room.
Yeah, glass can be challenging, sound-wise.
Yeah.
But he does a great, and the drum kit in there. I don't know if Dewey will bring his own, but the drum kit in there was Bernard Purdy's. He gave
wow.
he gave it to the Lizzie Rose.
So
So
the guy that played with the Beatles.
Yeah, that's right.
so
Actually, Bernard Purdy was Bobby Boyd's mentor.
drum
Wow.
teacher.
wow.
That was his
Yep.
teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
his
drum
teacher.
instructor.
Yep.
So there's all these degrees of separation.
Yes. Yes.
But
True.
so yeah, the Lizzie Rose. And when is that? October what?
24th.
October 24th. Yes.
Okay.
We have
Friday
a very
night.
busy October coming up.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to be at the Kill
All right,
Shed.
go
in
ahead.
Yeah. October 11th, we're going to be playing a private event at the Kill Shed over in Toms River.
Okay.
We played there once over the summer. It was really a whole lot of fun. So the
I'm not
11th.
familiar with that venue.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, Brian and Melanie run some really good events there throughout
Okay.
the summer. Yeah.
All right. And what else?
Find them
do
on
you
the
have?
social media and see who they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
The Kill Shed.
yes.
Yeah, the Kill Shed.
Sounds like a nice uplifting place.
It's great. It's great. And then we're playing Saturday, October 18th at the Firehouse Rocks event
Yes.
in Ocean Gate at the Firehouse.
Ocean Gate.
Yeah.
Yep. It's in Ocean County.
Yeah, one town below Pine Beach, near
Oh,
Beachwood,
okay.
South Toms River.
Oh, all right. Okay.
We played last year. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great. We had a
Lots of
good time.
people, outdoor event.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Nice.
And then
Not
the
a bad-
following Saturday, we're back at Albert Hall in Waretown again.
Oh yeah.
We
Nice.
play at Albert Hall quite a bit. We
I love
that
playing
place.
at Albert Hall.
Playing
Love
for
that
Redbird over there at the
Yes.
Albert Hall.
I saw her play last night, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where was she?
She was at a place called Cafferty's in
Oh, Cafferty's.
names
Yeah.
of town now.
Tuckerton?
No, Forked River.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
Forked
Yeah,
River, yeah.
Right, right.
She was great. Great.
Yeah, Danielle's always great.
Always
Yeah,
great.
she's
She's the one who got it really. Hi, Danielle. I'm gonna tell the story. She kept twisted my arm. Well, yes, she was twisting my arm. She says, you got to play Albert Hall. They'll love your rockabilly music. I'm
Yeah.
like, Danielle, we haven't played in like 5 years. You know, I don't know. So she twisted my arm, and I said, okay, Danielle, my arm's broken. I'll play. So that she was kind of the one that kind of kicked me in the butt to get back to playing.
Really?
Which gave me the idea, yeah, let's get the band, let's get this going again. And,
Well,
here we are.
She used. I spoke earlier about the Successful Failures. That's her band that's her studio band, and them guys they're great. And they've played Albert Hall. And I went. I took a friend of mine, a gentleman named Joe, who I used to be in a band with years ago, and we went to Albert Hall because he was intrigued by Danielle. He wanted to see what she did live versus the recordings that he had heard. And I got there, and like it's so cheap to go to a show there. It's like $6 or $8 for a ticket,
Yeah.
and then you
And
go
every
in, and,
seat is great.
and the food is delicious. It's all home. I mean, literally
Dewey and I love
homemade.
the food. Dewey and I love the food.
Oh
yeah.
gosh, I got the meatballs, and I'm
yeah,
thinking I'm going to
good
get like
choice.
6 Swedish meatballs or something
Yeah.
from Costco, and I got these 3 softball sized
Yeah.
things. I was like, holy cow!
Yeah.
So that's a great place, Albert Hall. When is that?
October 25th, I believe.
Yeah.
24th, we're at the Lizzie Rose. 25th, we're at Albert Hall.
Are you
And
just
the
staying?
26th, we're in Surefire, so we're not going to even sleep.
So you're just staying in Tuckerton that whole
That's it.
weekend?
We're not. That's the no sleep weekend.
Yeah. Well, good. That's it. See, it'll take you right back to your youth when you were
Yes.
young musicians. You got 10 hours sleep for the week.
Yes.
Right, when you were touring, man.
Yes.
So you toured
Yeah.
with who again?
So I had a band years ago with my cousin Charlie and my good friend Joe DiLorenzo, who I wrote "Tied to the Tracks" with. We had a band called the Barnstormers, and we were basically doing rockabilly. I think it was even before I even met you, Alan.
Yes.
It was way before I met Dewey. So the long story short, I was friends with the president of the area's fan club for the Alarm. And she said to me, my friend Kelly said, oh, Dave Sharp's going to come to town. I'm like, I was kind of familiar with the Alarm. And he might want to play some shows. Would you guys want to like work with him and maybe back him up? So we did. And the long story short is we ended up doing an album and a tour with him. So we toured over in England in 91. I guess we were over there for about 4 months.
Okay.
And we played like every venue from as south as Southampton all the way up as north as Tain. And
Wow.
we went to Ireland too. And one night, this is a good story. I'm glad I get to tell this one.
Oh, good.
Anyway, so we're in Belfast, right? And this is like 1991.
Oh, boys.
Yeah. So the IRA is kind of active. Let's just leave it at that. And crossing the checkpoint with the guns and everything, I was like, this is nothing like what we
Right.
see over, here in America, especially like in Monmouth County, Ocean County, you don't see that. So we had a few shows lined up. One of them was in Belfast. So we play our show, and there was like a bed and breakfast where we stayed. And the lady of the house showed us to our rooms. We finally fall asleep, and in the middle of the night, you hear machine gun fire and bombs going off. And we all ran downstairs, and we're like, what the hell is going on? She goes, oh, that's just the IRA. They're like a mile away. Go back to sleep. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. It's machine guns and bombs. I don't want to go back to sleep. I want to go home. Or at least get me back, to maybe Dublin, or I think we played in Cork. Get me back to Cork. I don't want to be here. But she was like calm as a cucumber. She goes, it happens every night. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
They were
Wow.
active.
like
they were
must
really,
be like living in Israel. I mean,
Yeah.
you hear
I guess-
bombs and
I guess they get used to it, I guess.
and so I
But
guess
yeah, it was,
about 14, 15 years ago, I took me and my children. We went to Ireland, and I was over there with 13, total of 13 people. So there
Wow.
were 10 others I went with us. And I had a blast. I had a great time. The only time I felt uneasy was when we went to Belfast.
and how long ago was this again?
That was this was well after the peace accord
Okay.
was signed between the IRA and the British
Mm-hmm.
and I mean we went past the Bloody Sunday Memorial, all that all those things up there, the murals and all the things in Belfast, and I just didn't feel
At ease?
at ease. I
Yeah.
just felt like there was something weird. We come home, And less than 2 weeks later, they had their first car bombing in Belfast
Ooh.
in like 20 years.
Right. Wow.
I was like, ah.
What are the chances?
You
right?
know, and I thought to myself, thank goodness that we got out of there safely.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, same here, because when we were there, it was active. I mean, we heard it.
Right. Wow.
Just adds to the life experience. There's got to be a song in there somewhere.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
There's a rockabilly song about bombs and machine guns and IRA
Oh, there
somewhere.
must be.
Oh,
There
yeah.
must be.
Unless you want to do a rockabilly version of the Cranberry Zombie.
Yeah. I like the Cranberries. She had such a good voice.
Yeah, she did.
At least I thought so.
Dolores O'Riordan.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's do some more music. I think we only got about a half hour or so left, right?
Yep, just shy of 28.
Okay.
28 minutes, but who's counting?
That's right. I am.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we do a live song?
Sounds good.
Let's do Good Rockin' Tonight. I like that one.
Well, okay.
This one's in the key of E.
As a drummer, I need that.
Tune that snare
Billy
a little
Penn
higher.
and the Inside Drivers. We got Billy, we got Alan, we have Rock on Radio, we have 2-track studios of Deco Entertainment, we have producer Claire, we have Madison, and anytime you're ready, gentlemen.
All right. Well, I heard the news. There's good rockin' tonight. And I heard the news. There's good rockin' tonight. I wanna hold my baby as tight as I can. Tonight she'll know I'm a mighty, mighty man. And I heard the news. There's good rockin' tonight. Well, meet me in the hurry behind the barn. Don't you be afraid, I won't do you no harm. I want you to bring along your rocking shoes, 'cause tonight I'm gonna rock away all of my blues. And I heard the news, there's good rockin' tonight. We're gonna rock. Come on and rock. Let's rock. Come on and rock. I wanna rock all our blues away. And I heard the news. Everybody rockin' tonight. And I heard the news. Everybody's rockin' tonight. Gonna hold my baby as tight as I can. Yet tonight she'll know I'm a mighty, mighty. And I heard the news. There's good rockin' tonight.
How did I miss that? Woo!
Now you're so busy over there not paying attention.
I was working.
Madison couldn't even look at me. She had to turn away. She was so enthralled.
Avert your eye.
Yeah, she turned the camera away. I
And
hope.
she got it all on video.
Danny, you were moving.
That's right.
Is that what that's called?
Yes, that's what that's called.
That's right. Billy and Alan from Billy Penn and Inside Drivers. So, do we have a release date for this record, or
Well, the first two were released on July 1st.
okay?
I think the next two were released September, I think it was the 5th.
Yeah, September 5th.
And then the next two will be released on November 7th. That's what we're shooting for.
Okay. Does that
And-
date have any significance? or
I'm
you
just pulling numbers that feel good. I don't know. Maybe I should be betting on horses or something. I don't know. And then we have our show at the Belmar Arts Council November 14th.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so we'll release on the 7th, and then we'll do the show on the 14th.
All right.
Yeah, and that's our standalone show. So please come out and
Who set that
see
up?
the spectacle.
Who set that up for you? Over
Chris
there?
Krebs.
Chris, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I've known
still
Chris
there.
a long time. Yeah, he's a great guy.
I haven't talked to him in quite a while,
Yeah,
but
he's a
yeah.
great, really nice guy.
Excellent.
Yeah,
That's a nice venue.
it's gonna be fun.
I bet.
Looking
Are you
forward.
by yourselves? Or you have
Yeah,
anybody with
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay.
Come out and see live music, everybody.
And your website again, so that people can.
InsideDrivers.com. All of our links are there. Our music is there.
Videos,
Yeah,
photos.
some videos, photos.
So why the
Pretty much
Inside
everything.
Drivers?
It's a name that came to me a long time ago, and I kind of kept it in my back pocket and always wanted to use it. It's a NASCAR term.
Oh,
Like a car,
interesting.
the guy who drives the car kind of favors the inside,
Nice.
Someone said it was a golf term, but I don't golf. I tried it a couple times,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'll be doing that again. I'll stick to guitar.
I golf, and I have never heard that term unless they refer to it like,
Well, you have a driver. You don't have an
just
inside
keep
driver.
your driver inside the bag. 'Cause it's terrible.
That'd be me.
Yeah, me too.
That makes sense.
I'll have a drink at the end, but
Keep it
I
inside.
actually enjoyed it, but it was definitely frustrating.
Golf?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Golf is the only sport where
You
you
gotta
could be
practice.
absolutely horrible, but yet you want to go out again the next day and try because you could be better. And then you could be fantastic, and you need to go out again the next day because you were fantastic.
Right,
There's
right.
no in between there.
No.
So,
But yeah, so we'll go with the NASCAR term.
Yeah, that sounds
Inside
good.
Yeah, let's do
drivers.
that.
Yeah.
because,
NASCAR, if you're listening.
well, you know Joe Weimer?
I don't think so.
Okay. Joe actually had one of her tunes. It was Fox NASCAR Sunday used to open
wow.
up. They would use her song for that.
That's
for
great.
Fox
that's cool.
NASCAR when Fox had the NASCAR Sundays or whatever it was. So she got the licensing agreement there, but if you're thinking about that sort of thing, she's the woman to talk to.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell-
that'd be fun, too.
I was going to say, tell her I sent you, but that could be detrimental.
She likes you, Coleman.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're on a last name basis.
Yes.
I see.
Joe, that's what she calls him, Coleman.
I played drums for Joe Weimer for several years, and I actually have to credit her because I got involved with the Asbury Park music scene in 2005 or 6. A buddy of mine needed a drummer for an original project he was putting together. He had a gig in like 2 weeks, and he had no drummer. He had the rest of the band, 2 guitarists, and he was the bass player, but he had no drummer. I said, when's the gig? And this is like the middle of August. He said, Labor Day weekend at the Wonder Bar in Asbury Park. And that was my christening, my baptism by fire
Yeah.
into the Asbury Park music scene. From there, I started to play drums with Joe Weimer several years later, and I played with her, and we used to do all kinds of gigs in and around Asbury Park. I used to do percussion when she did an acoustic thing, and I used to play full kit when she had her whole band. But thanks to Joe, she introduced me to a lot of people in that music scene and in that area. And because I was playing with her, and she was well respected, people would gravitate. And if they needed a drummer, they would ask her if they could borrow me or whatever. And I started. And then when I started the radio show, musicians such as yourself, that's how I got the Rogues on the Run gig. Their percussion guy quit, and they're like, hey, anybody does percussion? And she's like, he does. So it's, and so I have to really credit her with a lot of really good things that have happened in my life. And she threw me a birthday party back in June.
She did. And she made me do a flyer for it. She was like, hey, can you help me? You want to help publicize this? Sure.
But she comes to my Christmas show every year, and whenever she has something to promote, she'll pop in. And she always has. She knows that she's one of a handful of people who will always have a seat at my table.
Nice.
Oh, that's very nice.
I find a lot of musicians are like that.
Right.
We all kind of help each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never really. There's only maybe 3 people over 17 years that I will not have back on this program, even if they ask nicely. But other than that, everybody's welcome back.
Will you tell us after we're done?
Yeah, I can tell you that.
You're in. Don't worry.
I can tell you.
I'll invite you back.
Oh,
Thank you. Next time we'll bring Dewey.
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah.
Where's Dewey? Where's Waldo?
Where's the Dewey Decimal System?
What does Dewey work nights, or he just?
What
You
does
know-
Dewey do?
After he leaves rehearsal, I'm not sure what he does.
He's a man of mystery.
He's yes.
yes.
Excellent.
Oh, yes.
Most of us drummers are that way.
Yeah.
That's
You guys
true.
are definitely a breed. Yep.
True.
Well, they don't let us breed. usually. But
That's funny.
they use us. They
Specimen.
when I die, my kids will probably donate my body to science fiction.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's what happens.
True story.
Yeah, actually, it probably is right about now. So, all right. So, what's next for you guys? I mean,
Well, we got all those shows coming up. We got another studio session coming up, and we're gonna be gearing up for next year after we get through all that.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, more
Now-
releases. Some better shows. And
Do you
Yeah.
ever do acoustic shows? I mean, since
no, I've
No?
never done that. This is probably maybe my first. So here's my baptism.
Ah,
Nice. Woohoo.
So it's gonna be one song, and it's gonna be.
well, I can let you do another right
Oh,
now.
no,
You
no,
want?
Yeah. So I'm game.
Right? Yeah, well, we've got about 15 minutes or so left.
Oh, we still gotta
That's
play
true.
our other
Yeah,
song.
yeah. One more song.
You got one more song?
Yes, we do.
Is it 15 minutes long?
No.
Depends how many times you play it.
Yeah.
I always laugh
It's higher yellow ribbon.
when I get some of the prog rock bands that want to
Yeah.
come on here and they come in, they'll send me a song. It's like 13 minutes long. Dude, what am I going to do with this? I'll play it, but that's going to be less time you get to talk about your band. Yeah.
That's funny.
What was the one that was like the heavy? They were crazy. It was before I started doing producing and stuff, but they did like minute songs. It was like Thrasher.
Oh no, the
What
the
was-
Doctor
Oh, Doc Rotten.
Doc Rotten.
Doc Rotten. Yeah, yeah. What were they had like
They're-
minute songs?
They're a punk rock band.
A punk rock.
Their CD is 12 minutes long and it was 5 songs.
Wow.
Their EP was a 5-song EP. It was 12 minutes and like 22 seconds long or something.
That's
5
pretty
songs.
interesting.
Jeez.
And you had them on Easter or something, and there was
Yeah.
like these like punk songs.
They're
on.
good guys at Doc Rotten. I haven't talked to them in a while. But what kind of music do you gentlemen prefer? I mean, like
Like to
you're
listen
home
to?
hanging out, you're at a picnic,
Oh, geez, I listen to a lot of different music.
you're out back hanging your laundry.
Yeah.
What do you listen to?
Well, we just saw Kathleen Edwards
Yeah.
a week ago.
She was great.
She was awesome.
Where'd
She's
you see
like
her?
my number one favorite female artist, Kathleen
Okay,
Edwards.
where'd you see her?
The Vogel.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
She has a new album.
Small
out.
Room.
Yeah,
Nice.
she has an album out, and she's touring the album, and she was. I really like her a lot. Her songwriting is just brilliant. Yeah,
Okay.
Band was great.
yeah. The band
Great
is. She
band.
always has a good band.
Real good. And we're going to see the Mavericks in November,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, okay. Where
As long as Raoul keeps his health up.
Where are
Right,
they?
Yeah,
Hopefully.
they're at Count Basie.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the Mavericks. But I listen to a lot of different music, like a lot of old 50s rock and roll, obviously rockabilly and country music, but I like some of this dance music. I don't know, just kind of
You just saw me dancing.
get you up, you know?
Yes, we did
You
see
know.
you dancing.
See, and they live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually
But,
calling
like-
it dancing.
Yeah.
which is-
Correct.
It was. It fits in.
But like,
Category.
like Earth, Wind, and Fire and stuff like that, those guys are great. How can you sit still, you
Right.
know? And obviously the Beatles. I mean, how can you not like the Beatles? I mean, just for their production and songwriting and their character.
Let me, you know what? I'm going to stop you there. Let's play this music. And then I
Okay.
want to talk to you about exactly that, the
Okay.
Beatles,
Okay.
when we come back.
Sure.
All right. So what are we doing here? Are you going live or are we going
No, I think we're going to do Tied to the Tracks.
tied to the tracks?
That's
You
the
spoke
one
of this earlier.
Yeah, that's the one I wrote with my good friend Joe DiLorenzo. Hey, Joe.
Okay. There you go.
JD, how are you? Hope he's doing good. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers with help from Joe DiLorenzo.
Here I am, just tied to the tracks, waiting for the train to bring you back. And your chains of love have tied me down to the tracks. I lie here bound. Here I am, just tied to the tracks. Here I lie in old misery. Your chains of love will never set me free. Since you've up and gone away to the tracks, I'm tired to stay. Here I lie in old misery. Tied to the tracks, nowhere to go. Tied to the tracks because I love you so. Tied to the tracks. cabinet store. Now I know your train ain't coming back. Tied to the tracks, nowhere to go. Tied to the tracks because I love you so. Tied to the tracks, your love keeps me here. Tied to the tracks because I love you, dear. Now I know your train ain't coming back. Eternally I'm tied to the tracks. My lonesome heart won't work no more since you slammed the cabin's door. Now I know your train ain't coming back. And here I am just tied to the tracks.
And we're back here on Rock On Radio. We're here with Billy and Alan of Billy, Penn, and the Inside Drivers. And you mentioned the Beatles. And the reason why I said I want to talk to you about that is one of the discussions that happened in one of the three things I did this afternoon, and I can't remember specifically which one. Of course, I can't even remember what my friend's name was earlier. So,
Or what you had for lunch.
Or he didn't have lunch.
I did not have lunch.
He
That
didn't
I
even
know.
remember to have lunch.
Because I was busy from noon till about 4 o'clock. Actually, 4:15. I was doing these three: the interview, the podcast, and I had this conversation with this gentleman who's doing this documentary. But the Beatles came up in, I think, all three of those things that I did. And I've always been one, and at the risk of sounding like, a very old man, saying, get off my lawn, or back in the day. But I want you to think about this and give me an honest answer. The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, Led Zeppelin, Eric Clapton. I mean, the Allman Brothers. These guys wrote, performed, or one of the other songs that Elvis hit his stride long before I was born. Yet to this day, Creedence Clearwater.
Yeah.
These people wrote music that transcends generations, age, and mortality, because long after all of them, and look, Elvis has been dead for like 3 centuries now, and his music still lives on.
Sure.
Why could these guys do it? Even even if you go into the blues realm, the Coco Taylors, Ella Fitzgerald, Big Mama Thornton, these people, Memphis Minnie, these people have written material that has lasted for close to 100 years, some of them, or more.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
How come they could do it, and yet today's music seems to be void of that? Is it because today's music is too sterile? Is it because they don't pay attention to lyrics the way those bands did?
Well, maybe that's part of it, but maybe the other part is there's so much music released so often. Because back then there wasn't as much released.
Or
as
we didn't
often.
hear it, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
we didn't hear it, but
Because there
you
was
know,
no internet.
Well, yeah, and I mean, an artist had to write a record, record a record, tour a record, so that took time. Not like today. I mean, just like even little old Inside Drivers, we're releasing 2 songs every 2 months, whereas back then maybe it didn't happen as fast.
Well, you weren't able to, because you went into a studio and there was very little time, very little money, because the record company or whoever was investing in you, all right, let's get this out there, get it out to the public. And if it sticks, we got to get it out to the radio. We got to get it out to, essentially, that's it, radio. That was the only venue you had to promote, and live performances.
That was it. Yep.
But none of the material I hear today, and I listen to some of the things that are out there today, none of it grabs me the way that a lot of these old classics. There was a gentleman last night performing at the Nottingham Tavern, where I do my once-a-month happy hours. He calls himself the Blue-Eyed Balladeer. And he's my sister's age, so he's late 50s. And he goes out and all he does is sing the old standards. And then he throws in things like Sweet Caroline and a couple other, the Candyman and Sammy Davis and some of but he does nothing but sing like Torchlight stuff. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin.
I love all that music.
And kids are out there sucking it up. I mean, there were these young girls out there, and I say young, they were like 8, 9 years old. They were loving it. They were dancing. And their parents were only in their 20s, and you could see them. They were loving it. Even that. Think about that. Sinatra.
Yeah. Transcends generations, just
right.
like you said. Yeah.
So I often think, why can't today's music do that same thing? At least nothing out there that I hear says to me, 50 years from now, somebody's going to be dancing to that at a cocktail hour at a wedding or at a wedding reception or during the dinner.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Well, I think maybe the songs are written for a different purpose nowadays, too, because a lot of your pop music, the beat is the most important thing, right? Because people want to go out to a club and dance. So it's they're thinking more about whatever the beat is, and everything else on top of it is kind of not as important or less consequential than what people were aiming for a long time ago, perhaps, maybe.
I'll say it.
Yeah, maybe it was. There's no emotion or story behind it, or
There's
I
no
want to
lyrics.
tell a story. Yeah.
There's nothing lyrically that catches your attention.
Yeah, there's no song there.
There's no like one of the songs that the Blue-Eyed Balladeer does is Harry Chapin. He does Cats in the Cradle.
Okay.
Now there's a story. There's a song. There's something that was written to pull at your heartstrings.
Right.
Or put yourself, because that was a relationship with me and my dad, because he was a truck driver. He was out, didn't get home till 7, 8 o'clock every night. And as a kid, I'm in bed.
Right. Well, who's the greatest or some of the greatest story songwriters? Like let's say Bruce Springsteen.
Yep, Springsteen, Tom Petty, Bob Seger,
Dylan.
Yeah,
Bob
just
Dylan.
Say Bob Dylan. Sure.
Yeah.
So, who knows if these stories or these songs were actual events that happened in their lives, but they're stories.
Right.
So
that people can relate to.
yes. So let's say you're reading, a book that's in the fiction section, right? Okay, maybe it didn't happen, but it's a story that was, dreamt up or came from somewhere that someone wrote.
Yep. So how much time we have left, Claire?
5 minutes.
Okay. Do you have something that's less than 5 minutes that you want to play
We probably
live?
do.
Okay.
Hey, Alan, why don't you sing me that song that I like?
Okay, Billy, thanks.
And this one's in what key again?
G.
Let's do the G key.
Okay.
The cheeky.
Yep.
You want to count or you want me to count?
You can count.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can judge apple by looking at the tree. You can judge a honey by looking at the bee. You can judge one by looking at the other. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Come on, can't you see? Yeah, you misjudge me. Well, I may look like a farmer, but I'm a lover. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Let's go. Well, you can't judge a fish by looking at the pond. You can't judge a right by looking at the wrong. You can't judge a sister by looking at the brother. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Come on, can't you see? Baby, 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 you misjudge me. I may look like a farmer, but I'm a lover. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Come on. the wrong. You can't judge one by looking at the wrong. You can't judge one by looking at the other. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Come on, can't you see? Well, you misjudge me. Well, I may look like a farmer, but I'm a lover. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Billy and Alan of Billy Penn and the Inside Drivers.
Yeah.
Love that one.
And again, websites and everything.
InsideDrivers.com. You'll find all the social media there, the links to the social media, links to our music, links to some videos and photos.
Okay, and your upcoming dates?
We got October 11th. It's a private event at the Kill Shed. We got October 16th at Firehouse Rocks over there in Ocean Gate. And we have October 24th at the Lizzie Rose, opening for J.C. Cole. October 25th at my favorite, Albert Hall. Rockabilly Mecca.
Yeah,
of-
it is.
That it is.
In the
Rockabilly
Pinelands.
Mecca
In the
of
Pines.
Ocean County.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It is.
And then November 14th at the Belmar Arts Center.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. How close are we, Claire?
We are so close. A minute.
Okay. So we
It's
have
good time.
we have about a minute left. And again, the website is InsideDrivers.com,
.com.
right? Where you can find everything, links to your
Everything.
social media, so on and so forth.
Everything.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank
Yeah.
you
so
Oh,
much
thank you. We
Thank
had
you
a
for having
blast.
us.
Thank you so much
for
for having
making the
us.
trip. If you like what happened here, tell everybody. If you don't like what happened here, go punch Wayne and tell me privately.
I'm going to make Wayne pay for gas.
You're gonna make that's right. Make him pay. Make him listen to this entire show.
That's
Hello,
right.
jump back. Hello, jump back.
I love them guys.
Yeah,
they're great.
They are aces.
Yeah.
When I tell you that, I don't even anything they need, I'll give them.
Yeah.
Anything not that I can really give them much, but
$1,000,000 bucks.
anytime they need help, I will give it to them.
I give Wayne's son guitar lessons.
Oh,
Do you?
Speaking of
very
giving things.
cool.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go.
Yes, I do give guitar lessons online and in person.
Very cool.
Look me up, Alan Gower, guitar lessons.
Nice.
You're very giving.
Shameless
Yeah,
self-promotion.
nice.
That's beautiful.
That's
I love
awesome.
Well, I only had a minute left. What can you do?
it. Next week we have Billy Ray and
the bad boys.
the Bad Boys. Wait till you hear this story about this gentleman, Madison. You're gonna love this. I met this gentleman back in July, and he comes up to me and he says, "Hi, my name." And he's got a real thick Texas drawl. My name is Billy Ray, and my band is the Bad Boys. And he said, "We're called the Bad Boys. I got to give you total disclosure because, well," he says, "it turns out in Texas that the bank doesn't like when you take money from them that's not yours." And he actually did like 18 years in a federal pen because he robbed
Gee.
the bank. And he came out, found Jesus, and now he's in a blues band. They are phenomenal.
Great.
So they'll be in here next week, and we have some special guests, and hopefully Madison will be here next week. Hopefully, maybe.
I want to meet the guy who robbed the bank.
I want to meet the guy.
I want to meet the guy who robbed the bank.
I'm going to hit Wayne up for gas money so I can come out again.
Right? There you go. Tell him to give you his credit
Love a
card.
studio audience.
Give me that jump back credit card.
Billy, Allen, Billy Penn, and the Inside Drivers. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
All right.
Thanks, Danny.
Until next week, rock on!